this is Lasiah, and on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be teaching you guys of the stuff I know. And today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a woolly bugger, which is a fly in fly fishing that you can fish with and catch big fish in a little string. So the string I'm going to be using is just some white 140 string. And so let's get straight to it. And the size hook I'm using is a 3X long nymph hook. I'm just using a tungsten bead, silver 3.5 millimeter bead. And right now we're just tying in the string. How you do that is you just wrap the string practically over the string that you just, and you can snip that off now. Alright, now you're just gonna wrap this all the way down. And if it, let's say, every wrap it gets longer, you can put tension on the string with your pinky or your thumb, either or. I like to put my pinky on to put tension on it. Alright, so now we're gonna put the marabou on there. I just have some white marabou. And how you pick it, the feather out is just, you want them to be straight. You see how that's straight, pretty straight there. And then you want to measure the feather by how long your hook is. So you see how it's just barely over it. And you just want to switch your fingers. Maybe go up again. Then we want to get a tight pinch on it. Tie it in there. You can cut the axis off right here. Right there. And then you can just snip some of these things off there to make it more precise. Make sure you don't cut the string right there. And just straighten out this. And then now you can tie in this part right here. And then what you want to do is I have some right here, some of this stuff here. This stuff just helps the fish see it better. And you want to make it pretty straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just pull that there a little bit and see how straight that is there. And you want to grab your scissors. And grab your scissors. Just pull down here and cut it. And you're just gonna grab it in the middle here. Put it and tie it in. And then you want to bring this part's kind of tricky if it's your first time doing this. You want to pull it back this way and pinch it right here so it doesn't move at all, and tie it, go up, back up here, and there you got it. You got the shiny stuff on there. I'm just gonna make a couple more wraps here, but you can just grab these and cut them. You want to cut it the length of your tail. There you go, there you got it. And then you want to go back up. It doesn't have to be twists and turns because it doesn't have to look perfect there. And because you're gonna cover it up with the body. And now you're gonna add the wire, and I just have some ultra wire here. You always wanna try to overdo it here. So, because you don't want too less. If you get too less, that's not good at all. So what I like to do is I like to get the end of this wire and stick it actually barely inside it so it holds it there, and then you can wrap once there, and now it's in place and you can let it go a little looser. And then you don't have to cover the whole wire, all the wire. You can just, because like I said, you're covering all this stuff up. So now what you're gonna do is get the chenille here. I just have some white chenille here. It's just pretty plain here. It has some shine on it, so the fish also see that better too. And you're just gonna tear off the ends here to get something to tie on there, like that. See how I tear it off the end? And you're just gonna wrap it around there, and then about 3 times. I'm actually gonna do it a 4th time. And then now you're gonna cut that. Be careful not to cut the string off there, but you're gonna cut that part off. There we go. And then you're gonna cover that up. There we go. And go back down. And now you're gonna add this saddle hackle. And the saddle hackle I'm using is just pretty simple, just white saddle hackle. And so I like to not just pull a feather while it's in here. I like to pull the whole thing out to pick the right feather. And how you pick the feather is you don't want a big feather, because that'll just make your thing not look good at all. So your fly, so you don't want to do that. So let's just see here. And you don't want one super short either. Alright, so there we go, that looks good. Alright, so what you want to do here is you don't want any big ones. So, and you don't want any of this fluffy stuff down here. You see all this fluffy stuff, and then it gets all soft up here. You don't want any of this fluffy stuff. So you're just gonna easily tear this stuff off. Make sure not to break it though. Softly tear it, and it comes right off here. There we go. I know it looks nothing like a woolly burger now, but at the end it looks really good. Alright, and you don't want any of this big stuff down here, so you're just gonna tear that off too. Now you wanna tear off a little bit, and you wanna find the shiny side, which just twirl it and see which one's more shiny. So you wanna tear off like a 1/2 inch of the stuff only on one side. That helps it whenever you're spinning it. When you're spinning it, that helps it have something to grip on. You want this to be straight down like this. So it'll try to move and stuff. So watch when I'm gonna tie this in. If I try doing it straight, watch when it move. See how it just starts to move like that? You don't want that. But you can fix that actually by going over this way and tying it on this way. See how it went straight? Now, since this is implanted, you want to cut this close, but be careful because there's a little lump there. You can cut that on accident. I've done it a couple times myself. It's very frustrating. Alright, and then you just want to tie that in. Tie that tip because there's a little tip sticking out there. You don't want that. Okay, so now you can wrap the body, which is the fun part here, and just wrap it. And this is when it comes to this gap here. This is when it comes to this gap. Right here, see how there's a little gap? You're gonna wrap around there, and you're gonna have this between the body. See? And here you could get mixed up by going backwards, and you do not want to do that. Alright, so I'm just gonna wrap that there so it doesn't. Alright, so stay tight there. Alright. So it could want to, if you let go too soon like I just did and it wanted to unravel, but I caught it at the right time. Alright, so now you can cut this. Be careful not to cut the string, like I said before, or the saddle hackle. There we go. Alright, so let's actually cut this part there. There we go. There was just a piece sticking up there that I had to cut. Now, don't bring this back, because this is where the wire comes in hand almost. So you're going to get this ready, because you're going to wrap the chenille, and when you get it there, do not let it go until I get to this one part, because if you do, it'll unravel and it'll get tangled up and stuff, and you don't want that right here. So now watch what I do. This part's kind of tricky. You're gonna wrap the wire on top of this piece I have in my fingers, pinching into my fingers, wrap it, and you're gonna wiggle it at the same time. Wiggling it helps not trapping down all the fibers you have on the top. So that's why you want to wiggle it. It doesn't trap down that much. And now you can let it go since you trapped it since you trapped this part with the wire. And now you're just gonna wiggle it. You want to make a even amount of spacing. You don't want it too tight, the spacing, but you don't want it too far apart. So I'm just gonna get it here. Here we go. And then now you're gonna hold it and wrap it once and do it again. And then you can let go of that wire. And now you can just start wrapping. But so that wire gets trapped down. Oh no. Sometimes that happens. Alright. Now you don't want to get too close to the edge of the bead, or else it'll get all messed up and the string will get all tangled and stuff, which we don't want. Alright, so now we're about at the part where we can wiggle this, wiggle it, or spin it, either or, but just wiggle it until it comes off. And don't cut it with your scissors because that dulls it out. Just want to go like that, and boom. See how that came off? And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut this part off, that piece that you had there before, the saddle, the extra saddle that you had left. I had barely any left. See that? Like, barely had any left. That's the hackle I had left. And now I'm gonna actually unravel this a little bit, 2 times, and just wrap it there. All right, now you're gonna whip finish, which I'm gonna show you how to do. What you wanna do is you wanna hold this little circle right here, right there, the circle here. You wanna hold it here. And you wanna go in from an angle, go up, and then you're gonna let it go a little bit, and you're making an upside down 4. You're gonna grab onto that bead a little bit. See right here, this bead a little bit, and you have an upside down 4. And then, so let me show you that again. You're gonna go in from an angle, up, make an upside down 4, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna let this, and then you're gonna let this bead go that's right here, and you're gonna go up, which that makes us 4, just a normal 4, a backwards 4. And you're gonna grab this and you're gonna go pulling this back a little bit, not much, just pull this hand back a little bit, and you never wanna let go of this. That'll just ruin it all. And you're gonna go around once, around twice, and then once you did that, well, you could do a third time, so let's do a third time. I don't like doing it more than 4 times, but, and then you're gonna bring this piece forward, releasing the string off there, and you have it like this, and then you're gonna pull this hand back, bringing it closer, and then you're gonna unhook it there. And then you got it tied up. I like to do it twice, but just in case something happens when it's in the water, gets stuck on a tree, and the knot gets loose and then comes undone, you have a second one there that helps it. And then you can cut it off, cut the string off as close as you can, not cutting anything else, and boom, you're done. It looks pretty good to me. And this will catch a lot of things too. And you can make the same thing with a 8, which is a bigger hook, and it'll fish bigger streams and catch bigger fish. But the thing is that this thing goes for smaller streams, which is better. Bye guys, I hope you had fun making this woolly bugger, and I hope you caught lots of fish with it, and big ones too, because you don't want a tiny little fish. You want to break the record of the biggest fish in the world.